before we head off today to see a new movie in theaters, we are gonna watch a very indie movie, and it was produced by I think my favorite current film studio, and that's A24, and later on, and as the track goes on, I'll explain why I love the studio so much. But before that, we'll tell you guys right now that we are going to watch the movie Free Fire from 2016, and it is 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 34 seconds. And I'm Angel.
I'm Christian.
Okay, and any words to say about this movie before we get started? I think I sound a little bit slow today. I don't know why. Maybe from work.
I thought this movie was fine when I saw it in DVD.
You saw it, you were very specific.
I didn't see it in theaters.
No, I'm saying, but the way you sounded off so specific. Like, well, from what I remember when I saw it on DVD. Go on.
The only thing I remember anybody talking about it is that it reminded them of Reservoir Dogs from Quentin Tarantino, because of the premise, you know.
Don't. So if people don't know, I don't want to spoil it.
Well, if you've seen Reservoir Dogs, you can kind of guess.
Well, what if they haven't seen it?
If they haven't seen either movie?
Yeah, there could be a case. I didn't see Reservoir Dogs before I saw this. I saw Reservoir Dogs after I saw Free Fire.
Oh, well, there you go.
But can you give a general idea without spoiling anything, or as the week goes on, you think you could say it?
Just a general setup of just the location and the characters. That's it.
Okay.
There was a lot of people were talking about, hey, this is a lot like Reservoir Dogs in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a familiar setup. I do think this Free Fire does his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Reservoir Dogs better.
Of course. Like I agree with that too. Because as a disclaimer, we have Christian has seen it, I have seen it, and so this will be just a fun revisit to rewatch it after the year it came out. I would say that's the last time I saw it. Was that the last time you saw it too? Was it came out on DVD?
Yeah, I saw it when it came out on DVD.
Okay, no, but that year.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll just talk about it, and then we'll talk about some of the people in this movie, and what they're doing now.
Yep.
Okay. So thank you all again for joining us, and you guys will pause the commentary track when I say to pause, and then you'll press play once the A24 logo, which is the first company logo that appears in the film. Once that logo fades to black, then you guys will press play on this track. But until then, press pause now.
I am surprised this was an A24 movie.
When you found out, or right now?
Right now.
Yeah, I think that was the main reason why I wanted to see it.
I didn't know it was A24. I just saw it just because my brother had...
Does that BFG?
I just saw it because my brother rented it, and I was like, all right, fucking, let's watch it. I didn't know the British Film Institute produced films.
What are you talking about?
The British Film Institute, the BFI.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I didn't know they did that. Because I've never seen that. Brie Larson, Armie Hammer,
Cillian Murphy.
So he's great.
You have to point him out who he is. I don't know. Isn't the guy who was in Jessica Jones in this?
The bad guy?
Yeah, Purple Man.
Dave Tennant. Maybe?
I think I remember seeing him, but not right now.
With? No.
More people? I don't know.
His name's Dave Tennant.
Hey, that name sounds familiar. Okay, so I guess not.
Oh, that's
producer?
another reason.
Is he a producer?
That's another reason why I remember this because it said Martin Scorsese presents that.
That's what it said. Not even executive producer.
No, that's what it. Well, that's how when they advertise.
No, that's what I mean. Like that. That's how they.
Yeah.
That's how they use Martin Scorsese's name.
Yeah. Martin Scorsese presents, and that always trips me up because I think of writer directors who do that.
Mm-hmm.
A new film by it's like Quentin Tarantino presents his new movie.
Mm-hmm. So this whole thing takes place in the UK, where they recorded it, or they filmed it.
Somewhere in Europe, I don't know.
So I mean, in the UK. That's why I said in the UK.
Well, I said Europe.
Isn't UK Europe?
Yeah, but UK isn't everything.
But that's how it is in my mind. So I can make things simpler for me.
Sure, if you want.
Okay. We have 10 minutes yet or 10 minutes
That's
left?
Cillian Murphy.
What is he known for?
He was Scarecrow in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah.
And I remember. I mean, in my mind, I remember him from Scarecrow and the Batman
Begins.
And I do remember how scrawny he looked with no facial hair. Like, didn't his appearance just look like he was an older nerd?
He did.
Yeah. No, but that was the idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I always liked his portrayal of Scarecrow, because it looked the most of a nerd. Because in my mind, Professor Scarecrow was always that. It's this really dweeby guy.
Do you know who these actors are?
Maybe if I got a better look at them, maybe. The lighting, the shadows covering their faces.
I think just like the cameras go out of focus.
Can you raise the brightness?
I think it doesn't help at all.
No, it doesn't help, but the glare sometimes.
Nothing came out.
Oh, for in the way I'm looking at it, that's why.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
Oh.
Okay, so you want to start talking about Brie Larson now, or not yet?
If you want, I have never seen Room.
I know, because you're the one that said, like, because when I mentioned Free Fire, you're like, oh, and we can talk about Brie Larson. I'm like, oh, okay. It's not like you want to talk about her, or just
no. I just thought this was a topic of discussion, and we didn't have to use it. But since you brought it up, but no, I've never seen Room.
Neither have I. So why'd you bring it up?
Really? I thought you would have seen Room.
No, because I forgot. I keep forgetting.
The only time I've seen her act in something else. Oh yeah, she came on Scott Pilgrim. But I don't.
Never saw Spock Pilgrim.
I didn't like that movie.
Like an Irishman. Wait, I shouldn't even try that. I'm sorry to any Irish people. I'm sorry to Finn Balor and Becky Lynch.
I'm just wondering if Brie Larson is like a decent actor, because I saw her in Captain Marvel. Actor, same thing.
She's a male?
No, actor doesn't. It can be used as male, but it can be used for both.
Yeah, I didn't know. Now the audience knows.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Okay, then keep punching the balls. Okay, yeah. Like kind of like from a distance and in dark light, that guy Scarecrow, he kind of looks like Paul Rudd.
But yeah.
Yeah. Brie Larson kind of, at this point, Brie Larson looks like she looks like Hollywood hasn't had her fingers on her yet, if that makes sense, or they haven't had her haven't had her like as a Hollywood star yet, if that makes sense, because right now she just looks like a regular actress.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like Brie Larson or Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Like not even the slightest, right? Or they go the aura. She doesn't have that aura yet of a star like a movie star.
Yeah. Was this before or after Room? Do you know?
I think it's before.
It's before. Okay.
Or it could have been actually the same year. Check it on your phone.
Let's find out.
I got American. You know who this guy is?
Yep, Army Hammer.
No, a sword. What is he known for?
Social Network.
As who?
As the twins.
He was the twins?
Yeah, he played both the twins.
No, because I know the actor played both of them, which is also amazing.
I was kind of amazed that it's loading. I'm surprised he didn't go to like a bigger acting career.
Why haven't people hired him? There's like
I don't know, but I've always thought he was a very good actor. No, because I saw him in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. with Henry Cavill, and then
he was in that too.
Yeah.
Who was he?
He was the American.
Oh, I thought Henry Cavill was the American, and he had to work with the Russian guy.
No, Henry Cavill was the British guy.
No, that I thought that's what I'm saying.
Well, Henry Cavill is British.
No, I know that. That's why. I'm surprised you didn't laugh at that.
I just got nothing
You
on
didn't
it.
respond. So is this like in the past or what? Or is that the idea that they're in the past, but you only know that because of their appearance?
I figured it was the 70s by the soundtrack and the clothes.
Attire.
Yeah. I wonder if they smoked actual cigarettes or if it was just like a prop.
I can believe this being actual cigarettes. Because it's indie.
Free Fire came after Rome. Oh yeah, she was in Kong Skull Island.
I was about to say, how could you forget that? Because she's the only female in that movie. But then again, it's Kong Skull Island, so
It's
I
a very
understand
forgettable movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Glass Castle. I remember that.
What?
The Glass Castle.
I don't know what that is.
It was supposed to be. I saw the trailers. It was like the most Oscar baity movie ever.
Oh, I also want to say this about Kong Skull Island. I may find the movie boring or just whatever, but I do love that director. Cause remember what the director did?
Yeah, he criticized his own film.
No, that and he went off on Cinema Sins.
On what?
Cinema Sins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I just love how passionate he is. Like his directing wise, he's the only director I've seen that actually like that goes out and not goes after, but like it, like if there's just a few people that just badmouth like Kong Skull Island or him on Twitter, like he'll respond back and then he'll respond back, but in a proper manner of just like outsmarting the person who's just trying to be a dick, or just or just bringing down his actual discussion of why the person thinks his movie is bad.
Yeah.
That and also because like you can hear in his voice and how he talks about movies, just how much he actually loves movies.
Right.
Yeah.
I always like that guy. Guy in the blue pink suit.
You can say the guy in the middle now.
What?
You can say that guy in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's the guy that I thought was the purple man from Jessica Jones.
No, he's the guy from District 9.
No, I'm saying I thought.
Yeah.
Cause it kind of sounds like him. Okay, maybe not the end tone, but also now
The accents sound nothing like.
No, that's what I said. See. Also, now that you mentioned that one guy's from the Batman Begins, I see him now. Like like the only difference now is that he has a mustache. Yeah. Yeah. Look at his face.
Yeah.
What the? For some reason, Christian's cable was around my foot.
You're the one who plugged it in.
I never said it was your fault. You said your wire. Chipping bridge. And we're AK-47s. I'm American. Did they ever say who they're working for and stuff like that? Any backstory?
I don't remember. So far no.
No, not so far now. But I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about overall because you remember the movie. Did they ever say? Huh?
I don't remember the movie that well.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Any fun facts?
Let's find out.
I thought you were looking for them.
No, I have them there. The director has stated a big reason he set the film in the 70s.
So it is 70s.
70s is so that there would be no mobile phones.
Makes sense because this whole situation would end if there were phones.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
But well, okay, it sounds like you already have a problem with it.
No, yeah.
No, but the way you right now you're like, it sounded like you.
I had nothing to say. This is weird. The director described games such as Counter-Strike as a sort of inspiration for the film.
It's not weird. I can see that. Considering what happens in this movie, like what, in a few minutes, people were always scared.
Counter-Strike always struck me as a military, operations.
No, that
tactical.
No, but that was the idea. But that was never actually it. You were just either an officer or a military guy, and then you were on the field and you just killed each other. That's it. Like, yes, they're military and all that stuff. Everything you said, yeah, it's true, but that was never part of the gameplay. Actually hit him?
I don't know. I thought the shell hit him, that's why.
Was it the shell?
No.
How many of the actors that Christopher Nolan got for his Batman movies were non-American? Like, how the percentage was?
Actually, now that you think about it, I think most of them were British.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For Batman Begins, Katie Holmes was American. For The Dark Knight, Maggie Gyllenhaal was American. And then for
Heath Ledger
was American.
I'm talking about male and female here.
That's right.
No, because you were only saying female and you only mentioned Heath Ledger.
Well, yeah, because most of the men are British. Michael Caine's British.
Okay, that's what I'm asking, because I didn't know.
The lady from Dark Knight Rises. What the fuck is her name? Marion Cotillard? She's French, I know that for a fact.
That name sounds familiar. It wasn't even that one, like, famous European or UK movie, to be specific with you. UK or European, and we're like, it was about a woman who has, like, really short hair, like, up to here. And then the poster of her, like in a movie theater.
It's like green. It's got a green background. She's got like a red shirt.
All I know is that
she's pale. She has like pale skin almost.
That's not helping at all. All I know is that it looks like she's in a movie theater, and then it's just a close up of her looking at the screen like.
Yeah, no, that's Amelie.
Okay, Amelie. Like, how popular or how well received is that movie? Because I don't know.
Still pretty popular. I think that movie would kind of brought back French movies to American audiences because they won Best Foreign Film, and then it made a decent amount of money here in the States. So that's why it's held as one of the great French films, because it got Americans to go to look at other countries for movies.
Mm.
I haven't seen it yet. I always forget to.
I saw it in college when.
It was kind of funny that he said like a woman with short hair in a movie theater, because that describes a lot of French films.
A lot of female protagonists in UK or European movies, are they well, I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going with that.
Because the way he started, like, it essentially describes
most. No, I know what you mean. I'm saying
most of Jean-Luc Godard's like filmography.
I know what that is. So
I completely forget why they fight.
You know, probably in a minute or so.
Oh, there's more. Cool.
More what?
More people.
Yeah, the two guys in the van.
Oh, that's I didn't know that.
She came off like Jennifer Lawrence right there. I thought he was singing for a second. Besides, even if we do talk about Brie Larson, like we barely know anything about her. To be fair,
Yeah.
the first time I saw her was in this, and then Kong, and then Captain Marvel.
And then Endgame.
Whatever. Her role in Endgame, whatever. That's what it happens when you have an overpowered character. You get rid of her until you need her. And she still gets her butt kicked by an alien creature who doesn't have any of the stones yet.
That was weird in the game. Like, how is he kicking ass without any of the stones? Like, I know he's supposed to be a warrior.
Wait, did you think of that by yourself, or did you think about it after you saw the Red Letter Media review?
No, when I was watching the movie. I was just like, huh. I was like, alright, I guess he's just that powerful.
But then at the same time, you think, wait, he was powerful in around Guardians of the Galaxy time? Because that was around the time... That was the...
I still haven't seen the first one.
No, but that when that movie came out, that was like around that Thanos time.
I don't know. I have no idea what you mean.
That time frame, because Thanos shows up in Guardians.
Which one? The first one?
I'm saying Guardians, the first Guardians. I'm not saying Guardians Volume 2.
Then I haven't seen it.
No, I'm telling you. Thanos shows up in Guardians 1, but just for a dialogue thing. Just to advance the story, but just for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then that's it. I'm saying, like, the Thanos that shows up in Endgame, the warrior battlesuit, it's that Thanos from around that time of Guardians. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to understand like why you said it, because
I'm saying that so you can know that warrior Thanos was just around that time.
That doesn't mean anything to me, to be honest.
I know. I'm just telling you that. I forgot my reasoning for saying it.
No, I'm just questioning like why you brought it up at all.
Because we were talking about something, and then I mentioned that Thanos is from this time that time period. That's it. That's why I said it.
Okay.
You didn't care about it at all.
I don't know. I don't. Like, I don't know what it was supposed to achieve. That's why I just.
Sorry to the audience who's probably confused, or maybe you understood what I was going for.
Yeah, maybe they understood you better than I did.
Let's just go back to saying how Captain Marvel was useless in a game. Not use. Is it useless or just overdone or overpowered? Is it just that? Huh?
Sorry, that gave me a chuckle. Try to remember Endgame. She comes out in the beginning, and then
Comes in the end.
And then she comes out at the end, and that's it. I thought it was kind of pointless, you know how in Infinity War, Samuel Jackson's disappearing, and then he shows the pager, and then it's like, oh, Captain Marvel, and then Captain Marvel comes out and it's kind of underwhelmed, it's like, and then Infinity War comes and it's just like, she comes in the beginning, it's like, oh, hey, and then she leaves and just like, oh, all that hype for nothing really.
They had her help to beat up Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos won.
Thanos won, yeah. And in the end, she comes and then she destroys the ship. And it's just like, huh. I feel like Thor could have done that. Or should have done that. I mean, Thor's a god, for God's sakes.
Yeah, but he's not the version of God that we think of, which was explained in Thor 1.
To be honest, I don't remember much first Thor 1. Shit was boring.
No, the idea is that I remember this also, that Thor and his people are just aliens with advanced technology, but the only reason we humans call them like gods is because because we couldn't comprehend when they came to Earth. We couldn't comprehend all like how they looked and how powerful they were. So that's why we humans call them as call them gods, when really they're just aliens.
Then why did they call? Well, why did his Odin tell him like you're the god of thunder? If that's meaningless in their own society.
Their mythology. They have their own mythology.
But they're fuck. I don't care.
How about this? You'll get your answers. You get your questions answered when we see Thor eventually.
Are we really gonna see that?
We're watching all the MCU movies. I told you this before.
I know, but fuck, I really don't want to see Thor though. It really is a dreadfully boring movie.
You made me sit through the Incredible Hulk. I'm making you sit through Thor. So calm yourself. But the next one's fucking Iron Man 2, so you can relax.
Iron Man 2 is boring too.
It's more fun.
No, it isn't.
Hey, we both said Iron Man 1 was good. We were wrong about that. We were either
We really were wrong about that.
See? So for all we know, Iron Man 2 is Iron Man 1, but more fun. Because from what I remember, it does seem more it's more fun.
That's why, but you're going off what you remember. And what I remember it being really, really boring.
No, but I'm saying, like, I'm saying, like, keep in mind, we could be wrong.
We could be wrong.
I'm saying, you could be wrong. I remember it being fun.
Hopefully, I'm wrong. I like how we're not talking even about the movie at this point. We're talking about literally everything.
We're setting everything up. Also, because we know this already.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that happened right now is that the reason those two guys fought is because they
Wait, what did she say?
Sex something.
Sex best. I heard it. And I was just like, what? Because it just stuck out.
Okay, well they being that it was set up already with the two guys driving in the beginning. That one of them, that guy over there, that guy over there. What? That guy. There you go. He beat a woman. I like that. And they set up that he got beat up by somebody, and then when they got here in the meeting, the guy that beat him up is that guy over there with the glasses and the hat.
Okay.
And these two different groups are trying to make a deal, and so when the guy with the hat saw the other guy, he's like, "You motherfucker, you!"
He looks like a singer in a hipster band.
Oh yeah, very much so. He looks like a hipster in general.
Out of all of them, the guy with the glasses and the hat looks the most like he could live in present day.
He's the only guy that's wearing a hat and glasses like that.
But like, no, he's the one you can see. Like, I can see him walking down the street. Like, that's really. Everybody else looks like, yeah, they belong in the 70s. This guy's the only one that's like, no, I can see him in modern times.
They're being he beat up a woman. His suit is all red, isn't it?
I thought it was brown. Then he says something.
Was that voiceover? Because to me it would sound like it would be louder in an empty building like that.
He looked like James McAvoy when
Which one?
The guy bleeding. When they were looking up at him. Look. Did he say fuck off back to Auschwitz?
I don't know. Sounds like something he'd say. I heard put a muzzle on him. He knows what to do. Dude, what did I say? Do. He knows what to do. I need my fear gas. He looks like somebody. Oh, why are they gonna try and save him if the? Oh, never mind. Cause I say like, why are they gonna try and save him if they said already that he beat up a woman and then they're trying to like be respectful of like, you beat up a fucking woman, but then again but then when he got shot, they're probably going to him to save him out of loyalty, or they're thinking that the other guy must be lying.
Yeah,
just grazed them. Huh. Is there such a thing now as a bulletproof vest? Was that just a Batman thing?
there is cups for them.
Bulletproof tuxedos?
No.
I just said that.
No, you said vest. You said bulletproof vest.
I meant, but I know officers have bulletproof vests. I meant bulletproof tuxedos. Why the hell did I say vest?
I want that on record. You said vest. You always give me shit when I say the wrong word.
No, I try to correct you because you say the wrong word.
But no, they haven't had bulletproof tuxedos yet. Why would you want one either way?
No, not me. I'm
no. But I mean, I'm generally speaking, just like, why would anyone want one? I mean, I guess if you have the money, yeah, you can make yourself a bulletproof vest. But I mean, you're not gonna. But you know, a suit is a formal occasion. Where are you going? You're gonna get shot.
Undercover. They get shot in the head?
I think so.
That could have been the head, because if it was the head, he would have.
No,
he wouldn't be
like
moving. Okay, so what do you remember about this movie with going off and where we are now in the movie?
I just remember who makes it out at the end.
Mm-hmm. Who or
who? I won't say who.
No, I'm not saying who or they. Mm-hmm.
Who and the one, and then a scene where they
how he like it looked like he leaped. How the camera was shot like whoo.
The only other thing I remember was they played the music on the van.
When they came in?
Yeah, the music, they played again. And that's all I remember.
Yeah.
I thought she said Borg. That's a weird name.
Wait, Borg?
Yeah, like Borg, Star Trek Borg.
No, I was saying no, because the Star Trek is the Borg. The Borg. Oh, because you know I've been watching Star Trek for the first time? The original?
The 60s one, right?
Original.
Yeah.
I don't shoot. I'm running. I made it past the episode after when they meet the Borg for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first time. So I think the Borg don't show up in any of the Star Trek J.J. Abrams movies, right?
No. They're just Klingons and whatever the fuck Idris Elba was supposed to be.
I think it got mutated, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What are they called again? The what?
The Borg.
The Borg. I already forgot. Yeah. The episode about the Borg. It's interesting of like what it's about. I wouldn't say because I don't want to spoil it at all. But how they meet and what the story's about. To me it was an hour long. But with the story that they were going for, I'm like, this feels way too long. Like they could have shaved 10 or 15 minutes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything from 10 to 15, they could have shaved that much time off of it. Especially with how everything was shot and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was just funny. It's a big gun. Oh, they brought in a cover or something.
Yep.
Either the other guys got... Wait. Oh, none of them. Those other guys don't work for any of those two groups.
Yep.
Yeah, he just looks like a hipster. It sounds like one. I mean, who's that?
So did I, to be honest.
Really? I know. You're a bird. Okay, so how's this like Reservoir Dogs so far? Oh, sorry, I yawned.
No, I'm trying to remember Reservoir Dogs. Sorry. Essentially, a group of characters are locked in one place. In that case, it was a warehouse. In this case, it's a
Warehouse.
bigger warehouse.
It's just they're both in a warehouse.
That and they're all in Reservoir. I think they're all assassins or hitmen.
I think they're all him.
And then here they're all arms dealers, so criminals, essentially.
Mm.
And then I guess who's on whose side in Reservoir Dogs? There's gonna be a mole in the group in here.
Mm.
You wonder who.
Wait, or
no,
or...
who? Well, in throughout the movie, they wonder who is the mole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, something like that, like who loyalty is to who.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh.
They're literally right next to each other. I remember when I first saw this movie. I think.
Did you see it in theaters out of curiosity?
Yes. 20 to 30 minutes in, I was thinking like, how long is this movie? Because at some point I felt the length. Not a lot, but a little bit. I'm like, okay, this is taking a little bit too long, considering what this movie's about.
Right.
And what I have been shown so far. Yeah, and I'm just thinking that guy's Paul Rudd. It kind of looks like him so much. Oh, did you see that Paul Rudd announcement with the new movies he's involved with?
No.
Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, I saw the headline.
Did you see the video?
No.
Okay, it was funny. Because Paul Rudd. But yeah.
The Ghostbusters, that one's based off the original one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Directed by son of Ivan Reitman.
Really?
You check right now. He's the son of either Ivan Reitman or the professor guy or Egon.
Oh, Harold Ramis.
Yeah, one of them. But I think it's Reitman.
Ivan
Reitman's son.
Reitman son. Jason Reitman.
Is he?
Let's find out. Yeah. Yeah, I have Jason Reitman to direct Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah. Okay, so Brie Larson finally got shot or hit. No, I don't know how he said it. He said it very, very nonchalant. What's it called?
Nonchalantly.
Nonchalantly. Man, I'm forgetting how to speak already. What's wrong?
I will say this about the movie. I always did like how the gun sounded.
Or how different, or that they actually sounded like guns?
Like they actually...
Okay, that was an old man that got killed. I do like movies like this, and when they use guns, they use them like in a comedic way, like the other guys. You seen the other guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how like, for there when someone gets shot, it's like if someone got shot in the arm, it's like, oh, you shot me in the arm, but the person's like completely fine.
Yeah.
And all you see is like the blood wound of the bullet entering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it when they play with guns like that, or just like deadly weapons that would kill someone or that would terrify people. They're like where they just use them for comedy's sake. Okay, so other movies that use weapons like that for comedy, like the other guys, this one.
Trying to think. Sure, there is.
No, there is. I'm just asking if you
no,
know.
No, that's for anything I can recall now. The movie not engaging you.
I don't think it helps that. I don't think it helps that I've seen it before already. And I'm remembering what I thought when I saw it in the theater, and I do feel a bit tired from yesterday. So people can know. When we're recording this the day after 4th of July, and I worked on the 4th of July, and there were in my shifts, there are moments in where I got really busy, and then there were only a few customers, and then very little. Also, the second half of my shift is where like the customers started coming, because in the first half, it was like very few people and sporadically. And then once I came back from my lunch, basically, or no, right when I had my lunch, that's when people started coming, and there were like a lot of them, and then use both like that. Like he's like, what am I missing? Like, use both hands. Oh, he nails him with one shot. That's funny. But yeah, what was that? Don't do that.
I was gonna say something, but then I was just like, right, you gotta finish what you think, because then you say something and then you stop.
Cause that was funny. So then that's how the rest of my job was. And then when a lot of people came, it was very busy, and I had to try to balance all these orders. But the problem is, sometimes my supervisor comes in to sometimes just tell me what I'm doing wrong, or just like to make sure you do this, and like the burgers are done already. Even though for me, I like cooking the burgers to where like you, the more color you see on it, the better to me it is. But she said that the burgers should need to have a little color on both sides, and not just have gray. And then they're done. Like, I prefer like just to cook a little bit just in case for people they have some issue with it. And when she comes, more specifically this time, when she came to try and help, I was already cooking three double burgers with cheese combos, so I had to like cook them right there. And then when she was talking to other people, she got some people's for burritos, but then she also his special friend. That's fair. Oh, what? The way he shoot him. Okay, that was funny. And then when she goes off to be cashier. She goes out to be cashier. She then tells me that oh, these three or four of the people want this. I'm like, I can't. You shouldn't have gotten those orders for me, because I have to get these orders first. If you give me these 4 orders, I'm gonna forget what everybody else ordered. And you know how terrible my memory is. So if I have to get 4 more orders from people, I'm gonna forget someone's order.
Right.
When during that time, I think halfway doing that, my another coworker who showed me how to, my boss, who's just another coworker that's worked there longer than me, who's just been there for a while, who taught me how to do everything. She came in to cover for me because it was time for my lunch, but I didn't want to take my lunch because I wanted to help her because there were too many people. So then I was able to help her for a little bit, and then after that's how the rest of the day was. Like balance of up and down, just a wave, and it was tiring. Then when it was over, I'm just like, oh, thank you. So where did he get shot? Because it looked like he got shot like
I thought he got shot in the neck.
Oh, he's smoking crack. Oh, I thought it was the Scarecrow. That was some other guy. So go. You're saying like you were gonna say something also.
I honestly forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay. Oh, wasn't there something you wanted to ask me?
All right, you
the sarcasm in your eyes. All right. you sounded so nonchalant, like, oh yeah, wrestling.
Yeah, the wrestling.
Your tone of voice, I swear. Oh wait, I wanted to see the. Wait, so who's the guy that's with Brie Larson? I thought that was Scarecrow, but apparently it's not. He's not. Because Scarecrow is with another guy, right?
It's another guy, yeah.
Okay. What's he gonna? He says what? Trying to describe him. He just said how many. Oh, I forgot. He just smoked crack.
Yeah.
What? Chocolate teapot?
Yeah, I heard teapot. I didn't understand the word for that. Oh, it's
What? Oh, it's right next to him.
To be honest.
Because her hair, her head was facing the other direction because of your face,
yeah.
And the camera was much short. Yeah, we thought it was some guy. I do like that this guy just gets jealous. Sorry. Go shoot him.
That was a great delivery, must be said.
It was or no? Was it? Huh?
Which is very funny how she said it.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
Oh, this one doesn't she sound more like Brie Larson? Does he sound like herself?
Yeah, it's still, yeah. I would say this is the one time where, like when it reminds you of that the fuck was that that Wired interview, autocomplete interview.
I don't know. I don't watch the interviews.
I saw like bits of it, and then the way she talked, it sounds like here, and it sounds really weird because like.
So she sounds weird.
No, yeah, because in other movies, like she changes the way she's speaking.
Yes.
And here it just sounds like she didn't change anything. So it just sounds like really weird when it's just like.
It looks like the guy. Oh, sorry, but it sounds like the guy who's sick smoking. It looked like from that shot that it looks like you could replace that cigarette with a Coke can, or like a Coke glass bottle. And he's just drinking it, like a commercial, right?
But, yeah.
Yeah. He was a pretty good one. Yeah, that guy is great. He just falls into that character, whatever that character is. What the?
Yeah.
There's his little one. Also, I do like from also in movies when they fight, like when they're in an area and they fire guns, and then like you could see on the marks there's like something metal, like the bullet is like right there in the wood. I do I do like when movies do that. That's fair. How's that guy still alive? Okay, that makes it seems like she's the rat. She's probably thinking like, what have I done? You think Brie Larson could have been the love interest in Baby Driver?
No.
Do you think the chemistry would have worked or no?
No.
Okay.
But to be fair, the chemistry barely worked with Lily James and...
I thought that worked. No, I thought the chemistry was I think one of the best parts because like I could believe them. I'm like, oh.
I only believe them when they were at the laundromat. Everything else, I think.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. I think
the laundromat is the
Didn't
only scene.
Yeah.
Is I really it was fucking adorable how they communicate with each other. Just everything after that was just sort of.
Or before that?
Everything after that.
Okay, but what about before that?
No, but
what did you think before that?
I enjoyed it.
It was just like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but I did feel Lily James was the better of the two.
Yeah. Also, it could be that I just find her attractive, attractive in terms of the movie of like she's the type of girl I would want to ask out, or I'd be nervous. I didn't know how to end that sentence. Yeah. I like that look you gave. Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna be like trying to pull it off as like, oh, she likes me. I just thought about it right now. Like, oh, Scarecrow and Captain Marvel, they like each other in this movie.
That's another thing I remember about this movie.
What?
When they used this music, I always thought it was kind of cool how they did it. Like when they first shot the what's his name? I think it was his... where they shoot the guy.
Oh, they look like fireworks. Like, why are you shooting at us? Get shot at her, you stupid. I do love the whole cast's chemistry with one another. That's true. Hipster, listen to the American guy. Also, that American guy, doesn't he look like one of the Beatles because of the hair and the beard and mustache?
I don't see it.
No, I'm asking you because I don't know.
No.
Oh, so the wrestling thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, cause so people can know, I'm a camera operator for a wrestling show around Los Angeles, and this past week, not be specific, not this past weekend, some time ago, it wasn't that long ago. I was at another show when I was just the camera. What's the camera that usually gets like the bigger shots while everybody else is handheld trying to get like the action.
Oh, it's connected to a crane, right? It's like so it could go up.
No, but what's it called? What's it called? I know there's a name for it. Not the main camera. Damn, what's his name? Are you trying to remember at all? Are you trying to help me or not?
No, I'm trying to remember.
You're just looking at me.
I'm hoping that something will come out of it.
By looking at me?
Exactly.
The only thing that will come up is like, wow, you're fat, man.
Primary camera?
No. I think camera work. Oh, especially that. What's the? Hurry up and find it. Find it on your phone.
What? What do I type?
Like main camera, handheld cameras. Damn it! Why can't I remember that? It's my perfume. Did you say beer oil?
Think so.
Is that a thing? Oh, I thought one of those pipes were gonna fly and hit the guy in the back. Oh no! Wait! One of them is flying. Oh wait! Oh, he almost got nailed by one. Hadn't there been a movie and we're like for one of those air tanks, and where someone shot it that it flew off and hit someone, and then when it hit the person, that person is also flying in the air with it. I feel like I've seen that before.
I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
No, it's not main camera. It's not primary camera.
Yeah. Okay, but we don't know the name of the camera, but people who don't know are screaming. I was a camera operator that was showing the whole ring like perfectly in frame, while what two other camera operators were handheld trying to get the action from the action from the inside the ring. I mean, not inside, but in the ring as close as possible. And just being around the ring and then getting audience like reactions like woo yeah, and it was the main event. Now it was on a 3-on-3 tag match. And the first team that was just three big dudes with tattoos and a lot of hair everywhere, and then the other three were a team. were in a team in that Lucha show that I mentioned to you before, Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
They were partners in that show, and they're good friends, and the third member was a surprise because no one knew who it was gonna be. So when he came out, like, yeah, they were wrestling, and then I could see because the bad guys, the bad guys, the first team were just the bad guys, the hairy guys. They were on the left side, and then on the right side were the good guys, okay, and right there they had no rails. The entire crowd was just around the ring, nothing to keep them back. Cause that's a lot of that's how a lot of indie shows are, and then I could see from the good guy's side, because I know because it was just easy to spot from where I was looking, because I had a very good view of it, just the entire thing. It was really nice. And I could see that there was a guy that I thought it was a woman, but apparently it was a guy that was putting his finger inside of the trunks of one of the good guy wrestlers, like trying to, like, his finger was able to make it inside the wrestler's trunks, like I think trying to pull it down or something, and the wrestler could feel his trunks like being pulled. So then, like, he when he looked down, the other guy that was trying to pull him down, he quickly took his finger out, and the guy the wrestler just put his tights just higher where they were, and then and then out of nowhere, I see the crowd on the good guy's side, like they begin like to move, like disperse, and then I'm seeing one of the bad guy wrestlers have some random guy. He got a hold of him, and then he put him to the ground, and he got that guy's arm as if he was about to break it, and then he was yelling, someone get security, and then everybody was just like looking around, and then the good wrestler guy that was having his tights pulled down, he saw it, so then he got down and he was trying to see what was happening. As soon as he got down and got close to the other wrestler with the guy, he let go of the guy, and then he went back to his corner. And when he went back to his corner, the other guy was just looking at the fan, I guess, on the ground, and then he went back to his corner, and then that other the fan that got attacked, he got
escorted out.
No, he got escorted, kicked out. And then after the show, when people were talking about like, hey, what happened or whatever, it turns out that guy was drinking a lot, and right next to him, I noticed this also. Right next to him was a woman, like an older woman. I'd say like maybe 40s, 40s or mid 30s, who had like her kid over,
on her
like
shoulders.
on her, like her kid had her arms around the mom's neck.
Oh, okay.
He was just on her,
like hanging.
Yeah, just hanging.
Yeah, okay.
And apparently the drunk guy was bothering her and harassing her, and he didn't leave her alone. And then at some point, the mom just had enough, and she just attacked him. And then so once she started attacking him, apparently the wrestler that attacked the guy, he was seeing everything because he was able to see like directly under. He was able to. His view was directly opposite of the good guy of the good guys, of the good guy's side. Of the good guy's side, and he could see in the bottom this whole thing happening, and so the wrestler got down. He went over there to protect the woman, and that's what happened. And they also said that one they called security. I mean, they called the police. The people who were running the show, they called the police, and when the police showed up, that the drunk guy was also like trying to pick a fight with the cops also. So then from that, that's when they fully believe like, okay, yeah, this guy was just being a fucking a drunk asshole.
Yeah.
And they got him out, and that was it. And then the day after, the day after, there were videos, because there is a wrestling a wrestling newsletter in a way. It's called SoCal Uncensored, or something like that. Or just be that one team, SCU. It's either SoCal Uncensored or something else. But yeah, they have been writing about wrestling in California for years already. I think since 2002, 2003, they've been doing that. And some of their workers were some of their reporters were at the show, and they were able to talk to people right there. So yeah, so that was the whole thing. So that happened.
Was it in a brewery? Out of curiosity,
outside of a brewery, like but you
can see like silver. I guess not canisters, but
yeah, inside the building, but we weren't in there.
No, I was curious because when you mentioned it, I saw a video not too long ago, about a wrestler taking on a drunk guy. I wondered if it's the same one. The thing is,
was it at night?
Yes.
Could you hardly wait? What did the wrestler have tattoos?
I think he was wearing white trunks.
Did he have long hair?
I don't remember. It wasn't a very well recorded video.
You're not good.
No, it wasn't a very well recorded. I don't remember. I just glimpsed it. That's it. I didn't actually actively pay attention to it. That's why.
Oh, so it could be that the video was good. You just didn't pay attention. It could have been. You don't know. It could have been that a second later someone added light in the video.
No, there was light. I saw it, but it wasn't a good quality. What aren't you understanding from that?
No, because you also said other words also that made it sound like that you saw the video, but you only paid attention to it for like a little bit, right?
It was only like a 30-second video. I only saw like half of it, 15.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, the way you worded sounded like you only saw a few seconds of it, but then you lost interest. I'm saying that's how it sounded. But
okay.
you didn't add to the detail of like the length of it, and then how much you actually saw it. Okay, like if it was 30 seconds, you saw 15 seconds of it. Then that's a good amount of video that you saw.
Right.
That was half of it. So yeah. So now I understand. Like, oh, okay, I understand what you mean now.
I thought that was the same.
No, I need more context. There you go.
No, yeah, because I barely because I didn't read the
title.
No, they have a title, but I forgot what it was.
Okay.
I just saw the video, and I just figured for some reason the place just showed me like, oh, I think because you were at a wrestling show that was in a brewery.
Yes.
Previously, I figured it was the same one. Just that was my connection.
Mm-hmm. It could have been.
That's I thought. Actually, just like because I saw the footage and it was just like it looks something like Angel describes in one of the shows he's been to.
I said, give me a second to reload. Do you remember if it was Sunday?
I forgot when I saw the footage. I don't know what the date was that they recorded it. I just know it was recent.
Mm. I was saying, no, it's not as engaging as Reservoir Dogs.
No.
That shot of the guy looking up, it does feel like an indie movie shot. If that makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
Also, the drug addict guy died.
Oh, did he?
He's right there next to the scarecrow. I've always been a fan of like the type of guns that guy has, that the mafia groups had, and were like the handgun just looks like a sleek handgun.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you have a clip with 30 or 40 bullets, that already is already horrifying and menacing.
Mm-hmm. Because
for that gun you could just aim for it and keep firing repeatedly, and you can make it feel like a machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's the gun that guy has. Like he doesn't have a revolver, does he?
No, I mean anyone. They just have like.
No, I think one of them does have a revolver.
I didn't see.
Yeah, like that gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that gun. Like to me, I just always liked how it looked, and just the sight of it makes it look like, appearance wise, it makes it, to some people it may look just like kind of wimpy or whatever,
mm-hmm.
because of look how skinny this is. Like it can't be that deadly, but in actuality, like one shot from that you're dead.
Yeah. Did you ever watch 1,000 Ways to Die?
In the West?
No, the sci-fi show, I think it was?
No.
It wasn't a very good show, but...
It's by Sci-Fi. How many of them are good?
I think it was Sci-Fi. But it was just essentially how people died in unusual ways.
Mm.
And what I always remembered was these two guys... I can't remember if they were drinking or smoking or not, but they were just hanging out.
She has a revolver.
Oh, yeah, she does. And one of them had this idea to put a cigarette in the shotgun.
Also like that. You saw that?
I didn't.
Oh, like he was trying to get his gun to kill her, but every time he reached out, she used the handle of a revolver to hit his hand. And you mentioned before. I remember in a previous track you mentioned before that you pointed out that the handle of a gun could be just as hard.
Yeah, it should hurt.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like that was funny because she actually used it to her advantage. It's like and he went, "Ow, you bitch!" Oh, it reminds me. How surprised were you for that trailer that it's apparently a sequel to The Shining?
Yeah, that's a confusing movie for me.
The way you look you just gave me was just like, okay, let's talk about this.
No, that was just a very.
No, I'm saying the look you gave. But and like, any thoughts on that? Because you saw a trailer then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? I forgot. Old movies used to do that. They make it sound like a lion roar for fire. Like,
did they really?
Yeah, back then, and in movies when they would ignite like a. Oh, we just got a fun notification.
I wasn't expecting that.
Me either.
I saw it. I thought it was like an email, and then I actually read it. I'm just like, huh.
I thought it was something else. The guy got fired. They fired.
Oh, that was actual fire on him. They didn't CGI it.
On him?
Yeah, so they actually.
That's fun.
Clicked them
That's fun. What were we talking about? I was mentioning something. What were we talking about?
Doctor Sleep, the sequel to Shining.
Oh, Shining. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
It's weird because I didn't think they were gonna connect it because Stephen King hates the movie. I figured they would want to distance.
He's the only one, to be fair. He and the Stephen King are like hardcore supporters, and the only ones are the only ones that don't like it.
Yeah. Well, no, but I figured, I don't know why, just in my head I thought they were gonna distance of this movie apart from the Shining one. Then they actually show connection. I was like, oh, they're connecting. I was just like, oh, okay. I would never expect that.
Okay, wait. Before you start, I just want to
go for it.
Quickly, did you know that it was a sequel to The Shining before you saw the trailer, or did you find out when you were watching the trailer? When you were watching the trailer, sorry.
I found out before the trailer because I know when the book came out, people said it was a sequel to The Shining.
Oh, so you knew already?
Yeah, I knew.
When the book came out.
Yeah.
Did Stephen King make a sequel to The Shining?
Yeah, it's called Doctor Sleep.
Oh, I might have heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay. But did you read it?
I never read it.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the consensus? Like the general consensus of like, oh, the story is good, but the ending sucks.
I don't know about I heard it was generally good, very good. It's like one of his better ones in more recent years.
Okay. Oh, but how recent is that book?
Not too. I don't say too.
Was it 2000s? How about that? Was it 2000s?
Between 2005 or 2014. It was between those years.
Okay, yeah, only those years. But okay.
No, I
think it's funny. Like, just to be safe, like
it was early. Yeah.
Anything between these 9 years.
Exactly.
Okay, but okay, so you knew beforehand, like, oh, okay, so this movie is a sequel to The Shining. So then what?
No, I didn't think they were gonna connect it to the movie. I just thought it was just like, oh, The Shining, like that's just unbothered. But they actually used like the footage from The Shining. It's like, oh shit.
Oh really?
In the trailer.
In the trailer.
Yeah.
For comparison's sake, because they did similar things from The Shining.
No, they actually use like actual.
I'm saying like when they use the Shining footage, like I know I saw a shot of Obi-Wan with an axe in the door. Mm-hmm. Like when they did that in the trailer, like before that happened, did they play the clip of what's his name?
Danny.
No. Of Jack Nicholson doing it and then showing that.
No.
That's what I meant. Like, did they do comparison shots?
Sometimes, yeah. Because sometimes
I do wish that they didn't do that. I wish they would do their own thing, but I understand why they would do it.
Because sometimes in the trailer you would see Obi-Wan. Let's call him Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. I don't know his name.
In like what looks like the set of The Shining, like in the hall.
Like an exact copy.
It almost looks exact.
Also, like,
there's a weird look to it that makes it seem CG.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem like they actually replicated the set.
Yeah, because you told me like didn't after every movie he burned everything.
He did that for 2001 for The Shining.
Oh, that was funny.
You guys forget about that. It's a good death.
Yeah.
It's very sad. But no, for 2001, he burned all the.
Okay, so not all of his movies he does.
But
that.
The Shining, the set did burn.
Accident?
Yeah, because
accident or quote unquote accident.
No, it was midway through production.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
no, actually in the beginning. Actually, it between the beginning or the middle.
So what happened after? What happened to the movie after that? Like, did they have to delay that even longer?
Yeah, they had to delay it.
And in the end, did that help the movie or no? Do you know anything about that?
I don't know because there's a documentary on The Shining.
Okay. Oh, so the odds are they talked about that.
I still haven't seen it. I have.
It's on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see it on YouTube too.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Ow! I like that because his hands would hurt from blocking that thing, like the reverb.
Yeah. But it's interesting because Kubrick shot The Shining in order.
Yeah, I remember that. Which apparently is a thing people don't do. When I found out about them, I'm like, what, really? People do them out of order? Like, it really surprised me because I would think it would be in order just to make everything flow.
I remember when I first started, I was like, no, like out of order is the norm.
That's odd to me. Even now to this day, to me it feels kind of off because I would, to me personally, I would prefer if they did it like in order, just so for like if someone is doing a dramatic movie, I think it will be more better for the actor. That knows how this movie's gonna end because of everything they shot.
Yeah.
And then to finish the end, the actor would want to feel like, okay, now I'm gonna finish this strong. Mm-hmm. I know what my character is supposed to feel. Because of this scene and this scene that we shot already, I still remember that chemistry that we had. Let's do this. Like, I would think that would be more helpful.
You would think, but
no, I'm saying that. Yeah.
Okay. You know, I always find interesting though, and what for a movie, what scene was the first one they ever shot?
Yeah, it's funny
because you remember when we went to the Baby Driver Q&A with Edgar Wright. He said the first thing they shot was that one shot.
The ending, no?
No. The beginning, the credits, when Baby Driver's gonna go get the coffee and he comes back to the hotel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the hardest shot they did first.
Yeah, he said, and he said that I always start with the hardest shot in my movies, because that somehow brings the film crew together. Because like,
they're like, yeah, we beat this. They're like, yeah, let's do this, man. And then after that, they're like, let's make this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Also, he's biting the other guy, the hipster's fingers.
So I always wonder about that. Like, what scene is always the first one they shoot in a movie? Because I wonder. Just like, did they go with an easy scene? Because sometimes they start with the ending, like, oh, this is how the movie ends. We'll shoot that first. Like, you know that? I was curious.
Okay, and so going back to the trailer.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So then do you think they actually still had, because the set burned down from The Shining, but so they had to rebuild it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that set was still like to us it would make sense to save that because it's The Shining.
Yeah.
But do you know at all if that's the actual set or if they had to rebuild it or what?
I don't know. I know they when the burned down they had to rebuild it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether they kept it. They probably might have because it was very expensive. It burned down the first time.
No, but odds are it's better. It's faster, and it's better. It's probably better to rebuild it now in terms of money and how long it takes.
Yeah. Considering
all the resources that we have now, and how fast we can get them too.
But I always wonder, like, can you reuse?
I'm getting away. That was funny.
Can you reuse that set for like anything? Because you know how sometimes movies build sets and then another movie will use it and then they'll change the look of it. Like, can you do that for like the hotel in The Shining? Because it's a very distinct look to it.
I would say like I think that they could have, but didn't you say that the studio did you say that one studio mainly worked with Stanley Kubrick in a lot of his movies?
I believe it was Warner Brothers.
Okay, Warner Brothers. Like, and because you mentioned before that Warner Brothers like really respected Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Do you think that they respected at the studio respected him enough to not have anybody mess with the set?
I think so. I think they. Mm-hmm. While he was alive, you know.
No, but now I'm saying.
Now I couldn't tell you. I think now. I think they might use it more because I think for some, I think after Ready Player One, The Shining kind of came back into.
Oh yeah, that one scene is great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
rest of the movie's okay, but that seems fantastic.
We'll talk about it when you see it. But yeah, go.
But yeah, and, then,
and so this is your favorite part? Did you say like the second time the van is playing?
I always liked how it ended. For some reason, I thought,
is Van pink? Or is that just how it looks?
I thought it looked red or orangey. Orangey.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, the meth guy is still alive. And the wife beater. Or the woman beater. There you go. Well, going back to the trailer again.
I'm not gonna lie. It looks not too bad. It reminds me of Hereditary in the look of it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Considering the context.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, it looks exciting.
Mm.
And then I like Obi-Wan. He's a good actor.
Sure, I legitimately, I think the only other time I've seen that actor act in something that's not Star Wars was the Winnie the Pooh movie. Or what's?
Yeah, Christopher Robin.
Yeah, Christopher. Oh, just go Christopher Robin, right?
Yeah, just go.
Yeah, and I thought he was great in that.
I still haven't seen it. I want to see it.
Commentary track.
Sure, why the hell not?
Yeah, that'll be a fun nostalgia trip for us. I think it'll be fun for the three of us or four.
To be honest, I know more of Winnie the Pooh through Kingdom Hearts than I do just by itself.
I know just by itself. I don't know why, but in this scenario, I'm thinking I'm gonna shoot you, dragon. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice.
Huh.
I love that. It showed the whole thing. And as he was dying, he shot him. Wait, did he shoot him dead or what?
No, I was getting crushed. I guess.
No.
The nerve reflex.
No, but when he shot the hipster.
I don't know where he got hit. I think he did die though.
Mm. It's like, oh man. Okay, I don't think that was that looked kind of off, right?
Yeah.
From everything, yeah.
In the corner, it looked like there was a water droplet on it. I don't know. Like there was smudge.
Okay, so overall, your thoughts on the trailer for the Shining sequel is like surprisingly good with how it looks.
Surprisingly good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But also when I saw that, I saw the title. The title of the trailer trending. Mm-hmm. I mean, the title of the movie trending on Twitter. And I'm like, oh, what is that? And I was like, man, I don't really. But then when I saw it, I was thinking like, well, before I even clicked, I was just thinking, like, well, if it's a movie, if it's a new movie, I don't want to see anything about it, anything about it. So as day goes on, I've heard people on Twitter that I follow were saying that like, oh, the trailer looks so good for this movie. Mm. But they never said what it was about until Jay from Related Media, who I follow on Twitter, until he said that the title of the movie, and then he said like there was no movie news at all about them making a sequel to The Shining, and I said, oh, this is a sequel to The Shining, and then literally sometime after that, there was somebody who I followed who posted a picture of Ewan McGregor. Obi-Wan Ewan McGregor with the screenshot of him. It might have been the picture of the thumbnail of the video of him with the axe hitting a door. And then I see his face. It's like, oh, so it's a sequel. And then that's all the footage I've seen, or all the context I've seen of that sequel to The Shining. Just that picture of him.
Yeah.
And odds are the image I'm thinking of in my head is already just trying to refix it to how it's supposed to look. But I'm just picturing like him with the axe. That's it, and that's all I know.
I will say, I'm wondering how they're gonna incorporate the first one, because the first one is such a classic. A sequel.
And it's one of the best movies ever made by one of the directors ever made. Period.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering how they're gonna do it. The only thing
the first Stanley Kubrick movie I saw.
Second. Oh wait, no, yeah, first. Because we saw 2001 after.
Oh, I think they shot Harry in the ass. He said it too. That was great. There you go. Yeah, it was in Halloween night. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I remember.
I'll tell the audience. This is a funny story. And where I was studying. We were still in college. Oh. So I understand. I understand why the movie would have her. If I don't remember who exactly leaves, but if it's her, I understand why the movie would want her to leave, considering everything that's set up and how like everybody respects her. But I would prefer if like it was the three of them, and then the two guys realized that she was the big evil in this movie, and so they killed her, and then it's just those two guys, because I like those two guys much more than I like Brie Larson's character in this.
I kind of forgot she was in the movie.
Yeah, but so like with that point I made, would you agree with me or no?
Yeah.
These two guys living, and then to realizing that she was the one.
Kind of like how the Hateful Eight ended when Samuel Jackson and the other guy.
Oh yeah.
I like how that movie ended.
You like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the movie, but I did like the ending.
We'll talk about that, our thoughts on them, but yeah. Yeah, because I really like Scarecrow here. It also makes sense. Captain Marvel defeats Scarecrow. I do feel bad that I'm calling them by their superhero names, not their actual names. But like to me, Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, like to me they were kind of melding. Mm-hmm. But for Scarecrow, I do wish I knew his name. What's his name?
Cillian Murphy.
I'll say with Scarecrow. Yeah. I'll get his name.
He's Irish, I believe.
But I thought he was really good in this. I really liked him. People should hire him more for more funny stuff. Okay, so the story being when I saw The Shining, it was the only, because they were only showing that movie one time in theater, and it was for Halloween. I forgot what year, but it was for that, and I really wanted to see it. But the problem is that it was gonna be shown. Okay, the officer's gonna get her, officers, but it was gonna be shown at one theater that was probably 20 miles away from my college. Mm-hmm. And my class at that day was going to end at least 30 to 40 minutes before the movie started, and it was going to take me at least 50 minutes to get there. So already when the class was ended, I was literally fast walking to my car, and then I was just going fast as possible. Problem was, at that time, there was the minute I entered the freeway, there was traffic, and what's worse, it was raining. So it was raining LA traffic at night. It was around the time when people were leaving their jobs, so the freeway was packed also. Adding to all that, I made it like 30, 40 minutes once the movie started, but there were trailers. Because even for movie specials, like the what's it called, the TLC or TCL?
TCM. The
TCM movies, they still have trailers for their stuff. Because when I saw Night of the Living Dead, on the 7 o'clock time when they were supposed to show, they had 30 minutes of 5 to 6 minutes of commercials, and then they said you have to wait an extra 20 minutes. So here's this trivia of the movie, which is fun, but they showed They reran the trivia 10 more times, and I'm not kidding at all. I had to wait there, and I was rushing to get there on time.
Wow!
So it was just a nut punch overall for me for that. And then once I made it, I was able to make it. I was rushing as fast as possible to the theater. I made it, and then I made it to the scene where I think it was the owner of the hotel was talking to Jack Nicholson about that we had some workers tell us that they've seen some weird stuff, and Jack Nicholson said like oh, don't worry, like me and my family will gladly look over your hotel for you and all your workers. And then the next scene was of him at home with his family. And that's where the movie went on, and the movie was amazing. I love that. That movie's so good. It's so great. I love it so much. And then after that, I have The Shining in there, in my DVD collection or Blu-ray collection, whatever.
After seeing the trailer for the sequel, they used the soundtrack for The Shining, and I just forgot how amazing that soundtrack is. Mm-hmm. Oh god, I fucking love the soundtrack for that movie.
Okay, so. That's the end of Free Fire. Like overall, it's everything I remember it being, which is just like there's a movie that if you're watching it for the first time, you can actually do other stuff while doing it, because a lot of times it's just like shooting, but the funny stuff and the important stuff is the dialogue.
Yeah.
And Scarecrow, the other American guy who looks like who knew what he was doing, that was smoking, who I mentioned that kind of looks like a beetle. Yeah, him, and the other guy that looks like the villain from Jessica Jones, the Purple Man,
District 9 guy.
Yeah, him. You need to hear that their dialogue, and it's funny. It's always funny.
Yeah.
And Brie Larson, her when she talks is also funny, but not as consistent as everybody else's. Also, I love those three guys that I mentioned. I love them all much more than any other character. And the way the Purple Man guy dies, the way District 9 guy dies is funny, and I love that he got burned before that, and then when he got burned before all that, and then when he got shot, it was funny, but it also looked kind of off a little bit. But I liked it. And then Brie Larson being the last survivor, but then going to jail because that's what they put. I'm like, I still would prefer like if Brie Larson was a big evil. The last two guys killed her, and then as they're making their way out, the officers are out there, and then the two guys just look at each other, and one of them either says that like, let's go out swinging. Either that, or they just look at each other, they smile, and then you just hear their guns clock, and then they just go, and then and then it just cuts to black. From either one of those two, I would prefer that. Mm-hmm. But you, do you agree? Do you just agree with my points, or is there something you would like to add differently, or what? There was just a nice movie to talk over because we could, and then we would sometimes stop to hear the funny dialogue, which was funny, and then we would go back to conversation.
Yeah, I think the problem with this movie is that there's no surprises. Mm-hmm. Like seeing it again, like, oh yeah, this happened, and then just like, oh. Okay.
But so like was it a disadvantage that we saw this movie already before?
It's not so much that we've seen it before. It's such the fact that it's
exactly what we thought.
Exactly what we thought. Yeah.
Okay.
How I felt the first time is how I felt this time around. Mm-hmm. And usually within the movie, like, if it gets worse or better, like, it's always a credit. Here, I just feel the exact same way. It's a fine movie. Mm-hmm. I would say the funny dialogue during the shootout is a bit few and far between.
I love you, A24. Still, I love you. I didn't even mention why I love A24.
I did not mention.
We'll mention it next time for another movie, for an A24 movie.
An A24 movie. Yeah. I think the dialogue it's funny, but it's a bit too far in between because sometimes they just say stuff. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I feel the look of the movie it gets kind of dull after a while, like the orange lights.
Nothing changes.
Yeah, so to see that, it's just very hard to keep me visually interesting. Mm-hmm. So that's how we look at you or look at something else while we talk, because the movie just visually got somewhat dull to me. Mm-hmm. And that's about it. It's fine. I would say put it on the back. It's a perfect background movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us. If this was your first time watching Free Fire, we might have ruined the experience with it, or they could have been feeling the exact same stuff that we were feeling when we saw it the first time, and maybe they enjoyed us talking over it just to hear something instead of just constant gunfire.
Yeah.
And we try to stop for moments that we remember that were funny, or moments that when they happen, like, oh yeah, that's funny. Okay, so thank you all again for joining us. You'll hear us next time for another track, whatever it might be. And hopefully you have a good day, and you'll hear us next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.